So I bet some of you guys are probably wondering what the heck this title means, A and D and all that kind of stuff. I don't know, I've just felt inspired today to kind of talk about like my motto or whatever, and how I kind of view work ethic, hobby, just anything that I do in life. I want to be the best at it. Now, it doesn't mean that I'm always the absolute best, but in my mind, I want to be the best. You see what I mean? There's always going to be somebody out there, you know, better than you at everything. You know, even if you take like something like sports, like boxing. I'm a big boxing fan, big UFC fan. I don't really get into football and those kind of sports. I did when I was younger, but not anymore. I'm into, you know, mainly just UFC, and boxing is like my two favorite sports. So even though you're like the champion, right? Even though that people view you as a champion, you got the belt around your waist, doesn't actually mean that you are the best in the world, because there's some kid out there in his garage working out that could stomp you. You know what I mean? There's somebody out there in a cage working out that could stomp you. He just hadn't got his shot yet. You know, you're just number one for the time being. There's always somebody running and gunning for your spot. And so rather than just being a guy who makes YouTube videos, or a guy who does graphic designs, or a guy who helps people with website or brand management, which is what I do for a career, I want to be the guy. I want to be the guy that people come to when they need help. That's what I want to be. And you got to strive to be there. You know, and once you are the guy, you know, once you have that belt around your waist, it doesn't always mean that you're going to stay there forever. You have to upkeep that. You know what I mean? Just because you get to the top doesn't mean you can stay there, you know, and the fall is a long way down. And that's kind of how I view my life. That's why I put so much effort into everything that my hands touch, because I want to make sure, especially if it's in the public eye, that it's amazing, you know, or at least as amazing as I can possibly make it. And my mind is always constantly running and thinking about new creative ways I can do things, not with just video, but, you know, my website stuff, my graphic stuff. I'm always learning. You know, if you go and you look at my, you know, YouTube watch history, it's full of documentaries, it's full of tutorials, it's full of a lot of different things, because I didn't go to school for what I do for a living. I didn't go to school for graphic design. I didn't go to school for, you know, website development. I'm still learning every single day. Everything I learned that put me in the place that I am right now, I got off Google. You know, I just Googled everything, and I read a lot, and I researched a lot. But when you want to be the guy, or you want to be the girl at whatever it is that you do, basketball, you know, sports, whatever, right? You've got to put in the time that it takes to make it happen, Captain. You know what I mean? You've got to do that, or you're never going to be the guy. You know, when you look at sports or athletes, or, you know, clubs at school, or anything, man, the guy at the top usually has earned it in most cases. Now, sometimes, depending on what you're talking about, they didn't earn it. You know what I mean? But in most cases, the guy or the girl at the top has earned it, and they're justified for being there. So unless you're willing to put in 1% more work than they were willing to put in, you're never going to be that person. You're never going to be that guy or that girl. You're never going to be that. Now, there's an extreme amount of pressure that comes when you are, you know, the guy or the girl, because you got to stay there. You know, whatever it is you do, you got to be the best, especially if you're in something like a career where, you know, what you put out, you know, the effort that you put into your work is actually how you get paid. You have to be a standout person, or else the guy beside you is going to get all the jobs. And so with my career, obviously, because I'm self-employed, if I'm not quote unquote the best at what I do, I can't make any money. You know, I can't justify a living for myself. You know, I can't get groceries, I can't pay bills, you know, that sort of thing. So it all comes full circle. So whether you're in like a hobby, or whether you're in a career, strive to be the guy. Strive to be the girl. Don't settle for just being a person. You see what I mean? Don't settle for just being a person who can play basketball. You want to be the person that can play basketball, or whatever it is that you're into. And that's kind of what I wanted to talk about today. I don't know why I wanted to talk about it. It just kind of on my mind this morning when I woke up, and I said, you know what? Let's do the commentary, see what the subscribers think. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the show, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. You guys be good.